Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus. Is a good kids film. It's a good legacy sequel, I think, but I've just never seen the show Invader Zim that it's based off. And I can't say much about it because the plot is minimal, I think. But yeah, it's overall it's a 6 out of 10 film. Not a lot to say because, well, let's just say I've never seen the show at all. I just watched this because it looked cool on Netflix, and yeah, it's pretty good. I was happy watching it. I don't think I'm gonna bother watching it again though. It's not a film I want the DVD off. It's one of those big streaming films, like the films you see on streaming, even if it is a streaming exclusive, but it's just like one of those films that you always see on streaming. You end up never watching them, and when you do, it's like, yeah, they're pretty good. Not worth what they have that up as, compared to something like An American Pickle or Weird Al Yankovic movie, which are both great. Talked about An American Pickle before. Genuinely, it's quite a funny kids film, a very funny kids film. I'm just hoping it was going to age up the audience, because when we do a cartoon sequel to a really old cult classic cartoon show, they do usually age up the audience. Let me give you some examples. Batman the Animated Series, for example, you know, they age up the audience because the original show is mainly a PG. There was a couple episodes that were 12, and then in the new film, Batman Harley Quinn, full 12, was a bit of swearing, a bit more. Okay, or Batman 1966, which was fully a PG, and they did an animated sequel like 50 years later called Return of the Cape Crusaders, and that's a full 12 against Two-Face and stuff. Okay, I see where they're going with this. And then Invader Zim Enter the Florpus, the original show was PG, and the movie is still PG. And maybe ages it up, but yeah, it's got some jokes that adults would get more, but it's got some really funny jokes it has. But it's... Okay, let's go for the plot. I think, I don't remember his name, but Invader Zim's enemy is basically turned into a Discord mod, or a Reddit mod, and he's just sitting in a chair going like... And Malaya's watching him going like... I'm gonna find him. Do you know what I mean, right? Right? Yeah. And he does come back, and when he does, he's just like, oh, I'm never gonna find him. And then his sister's just like, oh, there he is. And just like, damn! And comes out in his chair, like scooching along, like going, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then falls over in the chair. That bit's very funny. And then it turns out, now he's realised that he's really fat and stuff. Now his plan is to try and get his enemies, his friends, you know, from the other planets to come to Earth to help, because Zim was on a mission apparently. But then, yeah, and the film's plot is a lot just like, what was Plan B? What was Plan B? I don't really remember. 20, 30 minutes. What was Plan B? While his enemy gets into shape, he's just like, oh, what was Plan B? I don't really remember. Let's make up a new Plan B. And he was sitting on our toilet for 20 years apparently. Okay. It's very weird, but it's definitely good, but it's weird. You know where I'm coming from. Yeah, you should definitely, right? But also, it's a lot of, I'm guessing a lot of references to the show. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment that much on that. It's very funny though, and then once he's also steals his enemy's dad's peace bracelets to unite the entire world and make them peace harder, to connect every single person on Earth together, even through volcanoes and stuff. Do you know why? Apparently, it's to like teleport a planet into the path of his enemies, because they only ever go in a straight line, which is very funny. Like, actually very funny. It's just like, their ship only ever goes in a straight line, no matter what. It doesn't deviate. It's just like, no! You idiot! It's just like, and they're so scared of Earth, entirely because Zim was on there. Even though Zim was told he was on a mission, actually he was just trying to dump him on a planet they don't like. So yeah. But and then there's a bunch of robots. He defeats them all. Zim gets put in prison. They get saved from prison. His dad gets replaced with a like a pudding monster. He learns about pudding, makes a rocket, and goes to space. Saves his dad. Comes back down. His dad thinks it's all a dream. Then like Invader, Zim comes back, fights him, defeats him. Be like, sorry about that, mate. It's just like, they lied to me, and he built a fire throne. The film is more. The plot is more just a way to get from joke to joke. That's how a lot of films work, but it's not bad. It's worth watching, especially if you're a fan of the show. I think it's worth watching because it's a great. I'm pretty sure it's a great legacy sequel. I don't know. I've never seen the original, but overall, what I would say is, when it comes to legacy sequels, it feels a lot like it feels. It's a lot like what was it again? It's a lot like, it's like if it's just the show continued with a bit of a time, with some time gap, but no characters really aged, so the status quo doesn't really change except for like the first 10 minutes. That's about all. That's all I really have about, but it is good and it is worth watching, especially if you're a fan. Which I'm not. I've never seen it before, but I might end up watching the show. If I do, I will make sure to review that. Goodbye!